much time did it give you guys just to kind of reevaluate and to clean things up and to get things, sharpen them up?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about as a unit, just focusing on, how can we go back to the minute details of our offense and, just cleaning those things up because at the end of the day, that's what's going to help us be a better offense. And so we did that. We focused on our body. We focused on getting healthy. And so it was a really important week for us.
Devin, thanks.
Thank you.
Dev, where's the urgency with the team? I mean, after the bye, ready to get back after it.
I mean, just today, you felt the energy out there. Everyone's ready to go. Everyone's ready to play a game again. And, the bodies feel great. Everyone's flying around too. So I'm really excited. I think the team's really excited for this week.
Does it feel like September? I mean, I know it's been a grind and you've got those wears and tears of the season, but does it have that energy, the early season
Oh,
stuff?
yeah. I mean, I definitely think we got back to that, and when sometimes, like, when you get this late into the season, everything starts becoming the same and everyone starts getting bored with the details. But I think last week we really honed in on, focusing on those details, but picking up our energy and getting back to our day one roots.
Sure.
Thank you.
Do you feel extra fresh off the bye week and the fact that you guys have had so many other running backs who've been able to take carries?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel a lot different this time around than last year. And, it was just a really important week for us last year to pick up that energy and, get the bodies fresh again and ready for the latter half of the season.
What sticks out to you about Oklahoma State?
I just think they're a big, physical, tough group of guys, and they're really disciplined too. So it's really they force teams to execute well. So that's what our goal is going to be, and yeah.
Obviously, last year, the stadium wasn't full every game. You guys have seen that the last 3 games. What does that mean, and how important is that for it to be filled up on Saturday?
Yeah, it's important because I was talking about just how much of a home field advantage affects really the other team, and because we went to really 2 hostile environments back to back, and just as an offense, the quarterback has to be louder, the cadence has to be louder, everything changes, and the rhythm kind of gets thrown off by home field advantage. So that's really important for us to have that going into this game too.
Jason Bean got an NIL deal with a bean company. Are you going to try some of them?
I mean, sure, if he gives me a bean, I'll try.
I asked Lonnie what's the most Texas Roadhouse rolls he could eat in one sitting. What would be your answer?
How many Lonnie can eat?
Yeah, well, how many could you eat?
Ooh, I love bread. I could probably eat 13 just off rip. I'm telling you, I love their rolls.
Lawrence High plays at Derby this week in the playoffs. Do you have a message for the guys?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got to get revenge. We've lost those guys twice, so got to get some revenge this week, and I'm excited for what they're going to do.
Thanks, Devin.
Thank you.
Devin, have you learned anything over the past couple of weeks, just, having to go through adversity? What's like the biggest lessons you feel like you've learned over the past couple of weeks?
That's a good question. I'd probably say for us, I'll talk about as a unit, just the lesson that I've learned is that we just have to start out faster. I mean, it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of opposite of what it was last year, Last year we had really fast starts and then we kind of slow off in the second half, but now it's kind of reversed to where slower start, but then pick it up at the end. So I think we just got to put together all 4 quarters and all assets of the game, special teams, offense, and defense, and I think we'll be really solid team.
For sure. On the note of starting fast, obviously the rushing attack's been a big strength for you guys this year. How imperative is it to start that running game, like going off in the first quarter? Like, how do you feel like you guys are prepared to have that running attack be effective?
I mean, I just think going back to what you said, just how effective it can be for the rest of the game. And, if you pick up the run game, everything else kind of transpires after that, like the play action, everything. And you just get guys on defense to commit more to the run and be able to pass the ball. It opens those lanes too. So, we got to get that going again and be effective with that on, first down, second down, third down. So
awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There was a time when Kansas State were both neck and neck. Be full, and Wildcats come out and really gave it to Oklahoma State last week. And you kind of look ahead here now when you get the Cowboys. What do you take away from how the Wildcats handled them, specifically, take advantage of the defense?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get too much into detail on what K-State was really doing, but I definitely just watched the game and just sat back and just analyzed just how well their defense moves. And regardless of the fact of what the score was, that's still a tough team that we have to prepare for. And, we always know that Oklahoma State's one of those top teams in the Big 12 that's going to compete every down. So we definitely know how we're going to compete against those guys, and we just got to execute.
What stands out inside for Oklahoma State's defensive line to you?
Yeah, I mean, they're just big, fast dudes. And, what really stands out is their, outside ends and, how quick and explosive they are. Kind of reminds me of how Kyron liked to play. And so those are 2 guys on the edge that we really have to focus on, too.
A little bit of rain in the forecast for Saturday. It's going to be kind of a change in how, the fans are going to be there or not. How do you guys react to kind of playing in different environments?
It's the same for us. It doesn't really matter. And we just got to execute on all levels rather than the weather can't change. We can't force it to change, so we just got to compete.
All right, thanks, Devin.
Thank you.
Real quick on Caleb Sampson, your big culture guy.
Yeah.
What has he meant to this culture and your team and your time here?
Yeah, I mean, he's been everything. He's kind of one of those first guys that I really, took in and learned from him, and he really gave me a lot of advice last year. Even this year I'm still learning more and more from him, and, just his journey through this, through his college experience too, just learning from that. And, he's taught me a lot, so.